So you want an on-road basher muscle car, but you don't want to spend Arrma Felony money for it? Well, HPI might have you covered here with the new Maverick Quantum R Flux muscle car. This thing is a lot of car for not a lot of money, and if it turns out to be durable and fun, this could be a real winner. This thing's got an all-steel drivetrain, 4S hobby wing system, belted tires, and a bunch of other cool features at a price that is really amazing. In this video, we're going to take a close look at this thing, then we're going to take it apart, see what makes it tick, and see if it really can be an alternative to the Arrma Felony. Before we take this body off, let's take a closer look at it, then see what comes with the car. First of all, we get this remote. It's a very basic RTR remote, comes with what you need: reverses, EPAs, and trims. It's a 3-channel remote, so it is fairly fully featured. Got a foam wheel, pretty decent. Takes 4 AA batteries. Feels pretty budget, but it's a budget car, so that's what I would expect. I think it'll do just fine. Next thing we get is the quick start guide. This essentially tells you what you need to know about batteries and running the remote, and a few different features about the car, etc. We get an HPI warranty card. Then we get some stickers and an accessory pack for making this car look like it's turbocharged, just like the Felony has. Alright, with the car back on the bench, let's get this body off and take a closer look underneath it. Now, before we do that, I want to let you guys know in the next video we're going to be speed testing this thing on 4S. We're going to be bashing it, we're going to be durability testing it, doing some things to it we probably shouldn't do. And I've also got a lot of really cool videos coming up, news, bashing, upgrades, new products. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell to get notified. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, let's take this body off. And looking at the body, it's pretty nice. Looks to be pretty well designed. It is of medium thickness. I wouldn't say it's the thickest body, but it's not the thinnest body, but it should be fairly durable in an application like this. This car is based on the same basic platform as the Maverick off-road line. Obviously there's some differences here, but essentially it's the same in the middle. What you've got is a almost all steel drivetrain. There is a plastic spur gear, but beyond that, everything else is steel. This does have a center differential. It's got the 4S Max 10 SCT combo in it, which is a great combo and an amazing value at this price. We've got pillow ball suspension all the way around with front CVDs and rear dog bones. These front shocks are aluminum body with plastic caps. It does come with 17mm hexes, so you should have a good variety of different tires that you can put on here. Obviously, front and rear differentials. Now we're going to take this apart in a few minutes and take a closer look at the center differential and these front and rear differentials. Got all hex hardware all the way around. Flipping it over, we can see that this is an all plastic chassis. I don't have a problem with that. I think plastic chassis are great. They tend to flex and then flex back without bending and staying bent. In my experience, as long as they're designed well, they don't break easily. Got a rear splitter here that's actually got a little carry handle built into it, which is pretty cool. And then your front bumper here. That front bumper's got some foam built into it for some good protection. Servo does appear to be a metal gear servo, but it's probably going to be a throwaway servo like most of these are. I like the design of the battery tray. Gives you the opportunity to run a lot of different size batteries. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull the center and rear differentials out of these and we'll take a closer look at the drivetrain. Center differential removal was very easy, just a few screws from the top and the bottom. It comes out with the motor, no problem there whatsoever. However, removal of the rear differential was kind of a different story. I had to take half the car apart to get this thing out. A lot of screws, a lot of pieces, a lot of complication that I really don't think needs to be there. Other manufacturers have done this design much better, and I think they could do it here as well. Taking a closer look at the center differential, it looks to be very well made. It's got a plastic spur gear, as you can see. Everything else is steel. It feels like it's got some pretty good fluid in it, so I'm not going to mess with this one. The motor mount is aluminum, but it appears to be cast aluminum, which is a little disappointing. It's not as strong as machined aluminum, but as long as it doesn't break, I suppose it's fine. Got a nice looking motor here with a nice built-in heatsink and a steel pinion. Taking the rear differential apart, we can see that it has a sintered steel ring gear and sintered steel gears inside. Now, there's just the merest whiff of blue grease in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put some 10,000 weight fluid in here, and I'll be doing the same thing for the front as well. Other than that, this differential looks good too. The axles look good. They appear to be nice and thick. Got some nice aluminum details for holding the hinge pins in. These screws are a little disappointing. They are hex head, but they are self-tappers. This is a cost-saving measure, but I'd gladly spend an extra couple bucks to not have them have that. All right, let me go ahead and get all this put back together. Got everything back together. So what do I think about this so far? So far, I'm pretty impressed with it. I think it's got a lot of potential. There's some really good parts in here. A few disappointing things. I really wish they had put machine screws in here. It would have been nice if we didn't have to take apart the differentials to put fluid in them. They have grease in them, but even the grease that's in there isn't very much. I'd like to see a better servo. I'd like to see a metal spur gear, but for the price, there's going to be some compromises made no matter what you do. If this thing proves to be fun and durable, I think those compromises are going to be well worth it, but we're not going to know that until we actually try it out. That's going to be coming up in the next video. Make sure that you're subscribed and hit that bell to get notified. If you have any questions or comments on what you saw today, please let me know. I love hearing from you guys. That's all we've got for today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.